Right now at 6:30.
Good morning at 6:30. I'm Sean Owsley. Shelley is out sick today. Our lead story, two home invasions, one just after 11 last night in North Spokane, the other on the South Hill just after midnight. These are a map of the north side, one on East Princeton, and we have video from both of those locations as the search for suspects is on right now in both of those cases. Alex Rozier joining us with an update on the home invasions. Alex?
Sean, good morning. What a morning it has been in just the past few hours as Spokane police are now searching for suspects in a home invasion on the north side. I want to show you a map, give you a better idea of exactly where we're talking about this morning. The 900 block of East Princeton, and all of this happened just after 11 p.m. The home was occupied at the time by 3 adults and 2 children. And at some point during this robbery, the homeowner was shot in the upper left leg. Now you're going to take a look at some of the video that we shot around the 11 o'clock hour last night. We're told that the homeowner, after he was shot in the upper left leg, we're told that his injuries are not life-threatening this morning. Police continue to search for the suspects, and the description at this point is very limited. All we are told is that they are described as 2 males. We are working on gathering more information, and we will be updating this story as soon as any new details become available. Sean?
All right, Alex, and this armed home invasion robbery, just one of 2 we're following this morning. The second one happening just after midnight, opposite side of town on Spokane South Hill. Tell us what you know about that second home invasion.
Sean, we are actually on the South Hill this morning, the site of the second home invasion, which took place just after midnight this morning, and it all took place in about 1 minute at this very home behind me here on the 4400 block of East 46th. Police say that 6 people were in the home at the time. Here's video of that crime scene. 5 adults and 1 child. The 2 men broke in with large weapons, is what they say, possibly sawed-off shotguns. They held these residents at gunpoint and apparently were looking for something specific. Now, they went into one room, they got what they wanted, and then they left. This entire event, as I mentioned, in just 1 minute is what the homeowners described. Now, no one in the home, thankfully, was injured. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office is going to be leading this investigation because we are just south of the Spokane city limits. And the people that entered this house, the suspects, were wearing masks and gloves. We have suspects on the loose in 2 separate home invasions within the Spokane area this morning in just the past few hours. Reporting live, I'm Alex Rozier, KHQ Local News.
Thanks very much, Alex. 6:33, decision 2012. This morning in Olympia, the state's gubernatorial candidates are split when it comes to key social issues. Gay marriage in the state will likely be decided by voters in November, but Jay Inslee and Rob McKenna will be offsetting each other's votes on whether to uphold the new law that's approving same-sex unions. Republican Attorney General Rob McKenna says he'll vote no on Referendum 74 if it qualifies, which is expected for the ballot. Inslee, on the other hand, recently came out in support of President Obama's announcement that he supports same-sex marriage, saying the announcement is an act of moral courage. Inslee says he'll vote yes to uphold that issue. On the national level this morning, it's semi-official. Mitt Romney now the projected winner of enough delegates to win the Republican presidential nomination. With NBC News projecting Romney as the winner of Tuesday's Texas primary, he now has more than the 1,144 delegates needed to clinch the nomination. Candidate released a statement saying in part that he's humbled to win the delegates needed to be the GOP standard bearer this fall. Contest effectively ended in April when Rick Santorum ended his challenge to Romney, and the former Massachusetts governor has campaigned since then in the role of presumptive nominee. A man accused of threatening Governor Gregoire is behind bars this morning after a judge in Everett ordered him to be held on a $25,000 bail. In court papers, Washington State Patrol detectives say they believe the man, identified as 38-year-old Eric Motti, is, quote, delusional and disturbed, end quote. Moody was arrested Friday for investigation of threats to the governor and unlawful possession of a firearm. He reportedly sent threatening emails to the governor on May 20th. Now to Pullman, and police are looking for a suspect in 3 different arsons, all related on the Washington State University campus over the past week. The most recent fire, as we told you yesterday morning, at the Veterinary Medicine Research Building, McCoy Hall. Pullman police say they do expect this arsonist will strike again, but right now it is very difficult to tell what building will be hit next. Last Tuesday, a week ago, a fire was set and then eventually destroyed the community building at the Nez Perce Apartments, and another fire this past Saturday destroyed the community building at the Chief Joseph Apartments. First 2 fires were near each other. Yesterday's fire was on the entire other side of campus. For parents, so you have one more day now to enroll in the GET program. The program allows parents to opt for the state's guarantee and get you tax advantages for saving. Tomorrow is the deadline. Enrollment will then be closed until fall, when it will reopen at a higher price. More than 140,000 accounts have been opened since the program began back in 1998.
Right now, your weather in the 6s.
So right now is pretty much what it's going to be like all day. You're going to have a lot of clouds out there. You'll see some light coming through it. Maybe some of you once in a while see a bit of blue sky, but primarily cloudy day everywhere. Because of that, we're relatively warm in the morning. We're at 50 degrees now. The winds are light. Winds will not be strong today. 5 to 10, maybe some places up to 15 miles an hour. Tomorrow we have a warm front coming through, and we're going to have a chance for some showers, and I mean a cold front coming through tomorrow. We got to sit in the warm right now, and that'll bring the temperatures down, but it'll also jack up the winds just a little bit. Tomorrow we could have gusts up to 20, some places maybe 25 miles an hour. There's your winds now, 5, 10, 12 miles an hour. Not a whole lot going on. Our temperature, hey, right about where it ought to be, right about 70 degrees. But tomorrow we get up to about 73 for the next couple of days, and then it's Friday night into Saturday when we see the changes. We'll see a little bit of this out on the coast, but by the time we get Friday night into Saturday, we're going to have a system that sweep across our area, and that's when we get some changes and some rain, Sean.
Right now, your on-time traffic.
Getting you there on time on this Wednesday. I want to check in on the phone with Trooper Troy Briggs from the Washington State Patrol, see if there are any problem areas. Trooper Troy, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Sean. How are you?
I'm good. How are we looking out there?
Hey, we got a few issues to deal with this morning. Westbound on I-90 is down to 1 lane near Maple, and it's only down to 1 lane for about a mile, and then it opens back up, but it is the right lane that's going to be open. Eastbound I-90 at Hamilton, we had a car versus moose not blocking now, but the moose is off the Hamilton exit, and they're trying to get that removed. This is Trooper Troy Briggs helping you get there on time.
All right, thanks very much, Trooper Troy. Appreciate it. Well, looking ahead to tomorrow, the city hosting a ceremony for the opening of Martin Luther King Jr. Way near the River Point campus east of downtown. The opening will let drivers drive down Martin Luther King Jr. Way for the first time. The $3.8 million project creates an extension to Riverside Avenue east of Division. There will be traffic restrictions during the ceremony at 11 tomorrow morning near the campus there, but obviously all this designed to interconnect the downtown core with the growing University District. It is 6:38, sitting at 50 degrees right now on this Wednesday. Back over into the Interactive Center, checking in with Dave. Once again, Dave, good morning.
Yeah, Sean, kind of a trending topic this morning as Mitt Romney clinched the GOP presidential nomination officially with that victory last night in Texas. His campaign released something called I'm with Mitt. It's an app that allows users to post photos of themselves along with 14 different banners. One of those slogans reads, "A Better America," but unfortunately on that app, America is misspelled. It's spelled A-M-E-R-C-I-A, and a lot of folks having fun with it on Twitter today. Twitter lighting up, people poking fun at what America stands for. One example, a person saying, while America does not have a nice ring to it, Romney's developers of his app may want to begin looking for new jobs. Someone else posting on Twitter, I don't know where America is, but I fear it now has a low literacy rate. So a lot of folks weighing in on that, much more coming up on that on the Today Show. And also a lot of people weighing in on the old school TV show question that we asked you on our Facebook page. It's trending on Twitter this morning. Shannon weighing in saying her favorite is Beverly Hillbillies. That's a great one, of course, along with Three's Company. Wayne Botner, All in the Family, and Sanford and Son, Wayne's favorite. I'm going to go with the Andy Griffith Show. Loved Barney Fife, so that's mine. But again, weigh in on our Facebook page, and we'll share some of those on our news breaks today, streaming live on KHQ.com at 10, noon, and 2, Sean.
How about Star Trek or Gilligan's Island?
You know, The 70s,
Hated those.
the 70s was just teeming with good TV shows, and those are two of them right
You know
there.
what? I'm just going to, the rest of the show, I'm just going to throw up TV shows, and you can just say,
hate it.
hated that.
I did.
Hated it.
You and I are like polar opposites.
Well, that's obvious. I'm just saying.
You can run, I can't.
Yeah, right. You look good, I don't.
That's true.
That's all right. Well, they're in a league of their own. Some feisty senior women, part of a women's basketball team. They're all over the age of 80.
My ladies, Meg Skinner may look like your typical 86-year-old grandmother, but your typical grandmother's hobbies. If you walk down her hallway, you realize she's taking this golden years thing seriously.
At the California Senior Women's Basketball League tournament, the San Diego Splash
The Splash.
are shoe-in to qualify for their 10th national tournament.
pretty good.
Got some skills. They're
Yeah.
the only team in the over 80 age bracket.
Age 86.
I'll be 81 in July.
80. 84. 84.
I will be 83 in August.
This has all the old ones we've lost. And
Wow, it all started almost 2 decades ago, not long after Meg lost her
When they
husband
were just babies.
of 42 years. Someone asked her to try and start a team. Players' ages range from their 50s to their 80s, but they have a mindset in their 20s.
and I've broken my other wrist, and I've broken 4 fingers.
Swim for Marge.
She came to so many of my sports games when I was growing up, so it's time to come support her.
The coach, by the way, is younger than every player.
Yeah, did you see that? She had 4 broken,
that was the coach
4
there, I
broken
think.
fingers?
Yeah.
Taped her up. She
Well,
went back in.
Hey, this is a rough game.
Yeah,
You know,
they're not playing.
Yeah, no, I don't want to go up against
Yeah,
them.
they will end
They'll take you out.
All right, 6:42.
Grandma
On
don't
KHQ,
fool
local
around.
news today. Boy.